everyone. Welcome back to Vegapunk Labs. I'm C-Tactics, and I'm joined by my co-host...
Carp, are you in your October ghost phase?
I'm a ghost. Ooh. Yeah, I died like 300 years ago. I'm a Victorian ghost. I'm a Victorian child ghost.
Specifically a child.
Yeah, specifically a child, yeah. I don't know how incriminating that is for me to say that. But, yeah, if you've ever seen me walking into walls and, like, I don't know, looking all, like, scary, that's probably me. That's probably me. I love to walk into walls. It's so funny. People don't know all the things in between those walls. There's, like, wood, empty paint cans, Mountain Dew bottles, rats.
Bodies.
Well, yeah. Let the bodies hit the floor. So, yeah, today we're covering chapters 1128 and 1129 of One Piece. And if you're not down with that, well, we got two words for you. What are those two words, Carp?
Bad luck.
I was going to say love you. So
Huh.
I was walking outside today and I was thinking about it. I was like, what are the two words that we have for them? And I went, love, love you.
Well, there are some words that I really like at the beginning of this chapter, 1128.
Yes, at the very... Oh my god, I hate Sanji. Sanji literally at the beginning is like, too many dudes around for this to be a dream, and Nami looks at him with a scowl like, what kind of dreams are you having?
Yeah. And the title of this chapter is so good. RPG. They're playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
Someone is playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I wonder if Oda was inspired a little bit by Baldur's Gate, because I know Baldur's Gate was a pretty big worldwide hit, so wonder if that could be it.
Yeah, great game.
Yeah, we need to finish it. You know, Carp, you know what we should do? We should do special VPL streams over on our VPL Twitch.
Ah,
that I'm
that's
pretty
a
sure
good idea.
I think I made one. Pretty sure. We can do that, and we can
invite Burb.
Yeah, we can invite Burb. We can invite Neon. Get Neon in there. I have a Discord server we hang out in. But anyways, as for the chapter itself, we'll just say Sanji is very problematic in this chapter again. Speaking of him. What is the...
Yeah, I know you love him. Inside, you are like Zoro. You say you hate him, but in reality, you love him.
I assure you, there is no love loss. The only thing that I love about Sanji is the fact that he and Pudding work. That's amusing.
Well, he has great fight scenes.
Yeah, but like, okay. I mean, sure, I guess I like his fight scenes, but no, Sanji, he's not my jam.
So you are in the Sanji versus Zoro, you are a Zoro fan.
I'm picking Zoro, but not because I think Zoro's great either.
Huh.
He's just not Sanji.
Who do you like in the Straw Hats then? Like...
Well, Usopp, Luffy, Nico Robin, Chopper, Nami... oh god. Oh, I'm forgetting his name. Big blue fish guy. Oh god.
Jinbei,
yeah. Basically everyone that isn't Sanji.
It's interesting that the crew that is here are the Arabasta crew. Mm-hmm. I don't think we mentioned that in the earlier video.
No, we did not. Why do you think that is? Is there some sort of connection there?
Yeah, I think... Well, my theory. Did we mention it in the last video? I don't remember right now.
No,
but
we mentioned it.
My theory
out of the video
is that Vivi is going to be here, and we'll have the full Arabasta team.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think Vivi's great. We'll probably have Walpole too if we're getting Vivi, right?
Yeah, and Walpole is great, as everyone knows.
Yeah, Walpole is just he's as good as Sanji. So yeah, to be fair though, Walpole has not been annoying at all.
Yeah, and he has information, very important information.
He does, yeah, and he gets to hang out with Vivi. So those are all great things. The child he once abused in that one scene. They have now
and
up.
now his wife Cinderella thinks he's cheating on her with Vivi.
Dude, that was amazing in the anime. Oh my god. I'm so happy the way they did that in the anime. That was so funny. So yeah, Cinderella is out on the hunt for Vivi.
Yep. And the ones that are trying to escape are the Straw Hats, but Sanji is not picking up Robin in his Robin radar.
Yeah, he can we fire Sanji? Yeah, can we do that? That'd be nice. Do you think Robin is gonna show up?
I don't think so. At least for a while. I think this is a classic Oda strategy, is separating the crew to focus more on some characters, because the Straw Hats are way too many at this point. You can't have moments with everyone.
Yeah, you know what I wonder as well? I wonder if he's doing it this way to like thematically introduce them into the group as they were introduced in the series. Because think about it.
True. That could be.
You have Chopper by the end of these chapters coming in, and he was like the first major Straw Hat in the Alabasta arc to join the crew. If I'm mistaken.
Yeah, right now we have these blue OGs.
Yeah. Now this theory doesn't exactly pan out because Nami wasn't the first person to start the crew, right? So neither was Usopp. But beyond that, I mean, you could say like Nami was the first to join, and then it was, what was it? It was Nami, Zoro, Usopp?
It was Zoro, Nami, Usopp,
oh yeah, Zoro.
Sanji.
Yeah. Okay, so no, it doesn't work that way. But so far they introduced Chopper. So if in the next chapter they introduce Robin, then it could be it, you know.
But this chapter in general is them gathering information, at least for now.
Yeah, it is a relatively less chaotic chapter.
Yeah. They still, the people here still talk about the Sun God.
Yeah.
And how someone ate the Ear God.
Poor Ear God.
They found it burned to death near the town.
Poor Ear God, man. Let me tell you, if we ever saw the Ear God, would have changed our lives, dude. But he died. So it'll never change our lives.
I think we saw his remains in the next chapter.
Yeah, we do. Just bones. Charred bones. But you know what we do see? We do see a man riding a grasshopper as like a bike.
Yeah, who says, "Don't go that way because it's very dangerous."
Yeah.
Immediately Luffy runs that way.
Oh my god. It's like that video of that guy who was like there are a bunch of birds up there down that way. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, I have to show it to you afterwards. It's so funny. It's set to like the Oblivion NPC music. It's so great. But yeah, no, he says the land belongs to the sun god, which kind of sets up the person who controls all this, because it seems there's a lot of gods in this world.
Everything seems to be a god except the people.
Yeah. So it's the land of the gods. Nami kind of points out that everything's made of plastic. The trees are fake and all that stuff. She makes a weird face where she's sucking in her lips.
And Luffy runs into a see-through mirror.
He does.
Mirror? See-through glass?
It's like a one-way mirror. He runs into it and it shatters because he's so excited. And I love how he's like, someone's running this way. they're in Elbaf gear too. He doesn't realize it's him. Dude, this is crazy. This is a good setup, by the way. I had no idea what was going on until this moment where I was like, oh, they're in like a, what's the word you use for it?
Like a terrarium?
Yeah, they're like in one of those things. And immediately I knew like, oh, they're in Elbaf. Because of the Viking outfits, now in the small world, they have to be in Elbaf at this point. And it has to do something with the absinthe they drank and hallucinated, and this guy probably found them. Or maybe was paid to find them, who knows? Because later it's revealed that he knows all their names. So
yeah, well, we'll talk about that in the next chapter.
Well, yeah, true, yeah.
But this is evidently someone's playground. That's why the chapter is called RPG. Someone has a video game setting on his room, on his house.
Yeah, and you kind of see like an overview of his room too at one point, I think. Maybe in the next chapter. But he comes roaming in, and he himself, I mean, he looks like a god. He's dressed up in the regalia and everything.
Yes. After they find Chopper.
Yeah. I like how immediately they find Chopper, and he's just wailing, just tears, as Nami's like, Chopper, everything's gonna be okay.
And then Nami says, now you owe me one.
Everything is transactional for Nami.
Yes.
Also, is this...
And everything is this...
Is this the chapter with a lot of mistakes?
It was the last one.
Yeah, what are some of the mistakes?
Well, there were swords that were there, and then there weren't. Luffy had an axe that disappeared in some panels. Also, Luffy used an attack, and he said like year 4th, and in reality he was using like a year 2nd attack, I think.
Dang.
A lot of like inconsistencies.
Yeah. He says he uses Booming Dawn pistol. Is that a mistake?
I don't remember. I already closed that window.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of basically the gist of this chapter, though, is that it is revealed that they are in this terrarium of sorts. This place set up by this guy who's playing like a medieval RPG, but with real people. So he's playing God.
And Sanji wants a see-through mirror in the girls' bathroom.
Yeah. We need to do something about Sanji. I don't know. He needs to go to therapy, something, because Oda can't help himself, I think. He needs to make Sanji perverted in every sense of the word, it feels like.
Yeah, it's sad. He used to be such a good character in East Blue.
Yeah, and then the wedding cakey arc, they kind of rehabbed him a little bit, but now he seems to be back to his usual...
He's not as bad as in Fishman Island, though.
No, he's not as
or
bad.
Or Thriller Bark.
But we'll see if Shirahoshi shows back up. We'll see what he does then.
Well, they kill some animals. As usual in One Piece, there's animal abuse.
Yep. All good mangas have anime abuse or animal abuse. Anime abuse.
Anime abuse. I guess all mangas have anime abuse.
Oh yeah, that is true. Every manga is created specifically through anime abuse. I don't know what that means actually, but I feel it in my bones.
I guess the mangakas that know that Mappa will be the guys who
they're shivering.
Make the animes.
All the mangaka making shonen are like they put the pen to the paper and their hands are shaking and they have to like hold it with the other hand to like steady it because they're like, oh no, my shonen manga is getting popular. I bet the Centuria guy with his, and it's nothing to make fun of or light of, but views are falling for that series. But I bet there is in the back of his head, he's like, oh, thank God, Mappa isn't going to pick this one up.
Yeah, like I don't want Mappa. I don't want Mappa. It's like, do you remember that scene in Harry Potter, or in the book when they put the hat and they go to a house?
I haven't seen or read Harry Potter in forever. I don't think I've ever read Harry Potter.
Well, basically they put a hat and the hat says which house they have to go. And Harry, they put the hat and says, not Slytherin, not Slytherin, not Slytherin. That is the mangaka. Says, not Mappa, not Mappa, not Mappa.
Well, that was a strange tangent.
Yep.
But yeah, at the end, the sun god gets very angry as
Yeah,
the
because
Straw Hats are riding the cat.
they have destroyed all his pets, all his gods.
Yeah, they're now biting the hand that feeds them. They're destroying God themselves. This is almost like a metaphor for society.
Talking about gods, do you notice something different about Luffy in Year 5th?
His hair, maybe?
Well, his hair does have something different, but it's the entire thing, really. In Egghead, when he transformed into Year 5th, he went back to his usual, clothing.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
his biking clothing is still there. And his helmet transformed into a couple of horns that kind of make him look like Kaido.
Oh, I'm seeing it now, yeah. Maybe that is sort of like a thematic thing of like, I defeated Kaido and now in some way, he has become a part of me.
Or maybe Luffy, when he transforms into Year 5th, is when he's most free. So he feels free with these clothes.
Yeah, that's smart too. Huh. I never thought of it that way. That's interesting. So whatever clothes it picks in Gear 5th could be at any point representation of the thing he prefers at that time that makes him the most confident.
Yep.
That's really
Exactly.
clever. That's really, really clever. And also really cool. I want a figure of this now. Looking at him, I'm like, oh my God. I want a figure of this. I was going to say of Sanji, never mind. I caught myself before I said it, even though I just said it anyways. But, all right. Anything else on 1128?
Well, it ends with them escaping from the Sun God using the cat they defeated earlier.
Yeah. Oh, you mentioned something earlier that, like, the snake represents, like, the world serpent, the crows, the two crows of Odin.
Well, basically, that the names of all the gods are like mixes of different creatures and gods from Norse mythology or giants. Basically, Norse mythology words.
Yeah, it reminds me of God of War for some reason.
Well, the reason is because that is Norse mythology.
Yeah. It's pretty cool detail, though. Oda it seems he's a big fan of mythology in general.
He seems to be a big fan of everything. I don't know what this man doesn't know.
I mean, he's into every kind of story and genre and medium. He's into every sort of fetish you can think of. He probably, I don't know, he probably eats some crazy concoction of food every day. He eats the thing Denji eats in Chainsaw Man, the bread, the toast with butter, a raw egg, and like
Oh no.
a bunch of different stuff on it. That's probably what he eats. He's like, oh man, this is great. It's got everything I love.
Egg, and bread.
Can't go wrong. But getting into 1129, this is chaotic. This chapter is pretty chaotic. They do. Maybe it was in the last chapter. They find the blueprints, right? So Nami immediately memorizes all of them, which is impressive.
I don't know where they found it. It was conveniently there.
Yeah, it was conveniently there. What do you think about it just being there? It's such an Oda thing.
It can be lazy writing, or there is a reason. I think in this case it was lazy writing.
Yeah, I don't think this was. I think Oda was just like, oh, it's there. It just feels like a him thing to do. Like, oh, we need them to know where to go. It in that way, it does feel a little rushed because they go from like one chapter not knowing anything to knowing essentially how to get around.
Yeah, it's very quick, really. Like
it is.
This entire, like, I guess, beginning of the arc, like it's like four chapters so far.
Yeah, 4 chapters. I feel like we've kind of went through like 10 in a way. Not that I'm like complaining or anything. Not that I think these chapters are bad. It is just quick pacing that you kind of notice. You feel it in your gut.
You know what I think? I think that Oda has something planned and he can't wait to get there.
Yeah, it does feel like, I mean, just in general, outside of knowing anything or nothing about Oda, it does feel that way because of what he's set up. Because like it feels like the mini arc to hold the viewers and readers back from experiencing the full breadth of what he has planned with Elbaf.
Yes.
Like an appetizer. That's what this feels like. Just a glimpse. And
well, like this terrarium or whatever is like a representation of what will happen later.
That could be it too, to kind of familiarize the viewer with the format of what he plans to do. That could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's smart.
It would be very funny though if they get out and the buildings are actual Legos.
Oh my god. They're all doing Fortnite dances. It's actually just in the middle of a Lego Fortnite match. That's what Elbaf is.
Oh no.
Sponsorships everywhere. Don't you love it?
Suddenly we have Darth Vader there.
Goku with a gun. Brazilian Hatsune Miku. But yeah, I kind of like this sun god guy. I like his character because he seems, because like at one point like his pets are like all killed or whatever, and he's like, my poor pet. I mean servants. Like he himself is just as much in this role as anyone else is.
Yes, he's basically a D&D player.
He is, yeah. He is the dungeon master. He's the DM, and it feels like he's deciding things for everyone. I was thinking about this while reading these chapters, like how interesting would it be to play God like this? Because you can essentially form like societies, grow societies from the ground up, and like do a lot of really cool stuff with that.
Well, or you could play Sims.
Sims, yeah, it's like The Sims, but like on a more impactful kind of scale in a way. It's really interesting. I like it.
Well, the rest of the chapter is really like a chase scene.
It is, yeah. It's like a Mad Max chase scene, just everything happening. But it's cool though. Like it's some of the visuals you see, like the cat jumping over all those buildings. That is such a cool visual. I cannot wait to see what the anime looks like, especially when Wit gets to this arc.
In 20 years?
In 5 million years, yeah. If this was Mappa, we'd have it by like literally last week. So, yeah, but yeah, I love this entire thing. It is. There's this one moment where you see the sun god walking through this terrarium he's created as like the cat is running away with all the straw hats on it. It's just such a cool shot.
Yeah, and we don't have many of those anymore, of those like 2-page spreads.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a minute. I wonder why that is. Maybe Oda is saving them all.
For a Marineford-like arc.
Yeah. Maybe he's
You
going to like
remember
do an entire
that arc
arc
had
of just
of
that.
spreads?
Yeah, of just spreads. Like Fujimoto. He's going to have a whole arc where it's just like written like a Fujimoto manga where it's just like 3 words are said the entire chapter, but what you see says a million words. I mean, Oda and Fujimoto do have that whole like you can't really predict what's happening. Like they're very chaotic writers, so who knows?
Yeah. And we see the charred remains of the poor ear god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Rest in peace.
Pour one out, man. Pour one out. The ear god didn't deserve any of that. Ear god was just running around eating things. I mean, who cares
Totally
if they were
humans.
eating? Yeah, I mean, it's just humans. I mean, what's the big deal?
I think the most fun I had with this chapter is that the sun god is actually happy that his story is like progressing without him being the one controlling it.
Yeah, he's like kind of mad, but he's also like really happy because the thing that he wanted is sort of like he realizes he's a part of a story right now.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this is Oda sort of channeling all this, like all these years, to finally, through his writing, be like, yes, my grand tale is unfolding.
And he's going places that I didn't know it could go.
Yeah. Does the sun god not really represent Oda to a degree?
He may be.
Hasn't he created a terrarium for our characters? A world?
Yeah.
And really, is it we that are in the terrarium?
He's just enjoying the chaos.
Is he the reason why the world's chaotic right now? Is he the mastermind controlling all the levers from behind the curtains? Is he the man who knocks?
The strings. And also, we have Usopp basically throwing an atomic bomb in this terrarium.
Yeah. Literally, Skull Bomb Grass is what it's called, or Green Star Skull Bomb Grass. What the heck? How did he get any of this? This is like Fallout.
Why didn't he use this? Yeah, why didn't he use this earlier in Onigashima?
Yeah.
In Wano.
Or, I don't know. At every other point he could have used it. Why not East Blue with Arlong? Why not then?
I think Usopp right now could destroy the entire Arlong Pirates by himself.
Yeah, what does this mean power scaling wise for Usopp? This has to make him one of the most powerful of the Straw Hats, right?
Well, if he can throw atomic bombs, I guess so.
And create them as little itty-bitty little balls. That's some fishing on the scale I've never seen. Actually,
yeah.
That is some kind of crazy fishing to put in like this little tiny ball. Because isn't the core of like a nuclear bomb also small, but not that small?
Yeah.
And don't they need
we all saw in Oppenheimer.
Yeah. It's like that. Remember that thing that the people opened with the screwdriver, the demon core.
No, what is that?
It was like the core of like a nuclear reactor or something like that. Something nuclear, and scientists opened it with a screwdriver, and the screwdriver slipped, and it dispersed radiation everywhere, and it killed everyone within like a month.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. There was one where somebody fell face first into like an ionizing beam, and they lived until like 80 or 90, but they had severe cataracts. It's pretty crazy. Read up about some nuclear incidents and accidents. They're wild. Dark, but wild. And that's what Usopp is doing here. He has truly become death incarnate. To quote a certain
What was
president.
the quote? I am death, the destroyer of worlds.
Yep. Fun. You having fun, Carp?
Yep.
I'm having a lot of fun.
And this giant Cavalli, because he looks exactly like Cavalli, is having a lot of fun too.
Yeah, he also knows all their names.
Well, because he's part of Hyrdin's crew, the giant we met in Dressrosa, who is part of the Straw Hat fleet.
And it's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy, the connection. Also, he dresses up Nami too.
Yeah.
So
Sanji wishes he was him.
yeah, definitely. Kind of envious, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's just really cool. Like, this chapter is like, in terms of like events happening, there's not much crazy stuff to discuss, but like nothing that really pushes the plot forward insanely. But this was such a fun chapter.
Yeah. It's classic One Piece, just fun.
Yeah. But at the very end, he
Dude,
hits the Kong gun.
Yep, and they escape the room.
They escape. So where do you think they're going to head? What do you think they're going to find?
I think they will be in Elbaf.
Do you think they'll be in
They
like
will be in
the middle
in
of like
the castle.
Yeah, I was going to
It
say.
looks like a castle.
Yeah, because we see him walking through the hallway, the sun god, and it's like
Yeah.
all stone and stuff, and it looks like there's no light or windows to speak of, so it could be indeed a castle.
Maybe it's the castle that he built in the terrarium.
Yeah, like a replica.
So now Nami that remembers everything will know where everything is in Elbaf.
Yeah, and then we'll have the chapter where Nami goes, "Hey, wait a minute. This is just like the blueprints from the small world."
Yep.
And then Luffy goes, "Can I eat it?"
And then Usopp will drop a atomic bomb.
Yeah, Usopp will be like, "End it here. I have become Death, destroyer of Straw Hats." Destroyer of Luffy. But that is it. This chapter was really fun. So, do you have anything else to mention?
Not really. I can't wait for the next one. I think the next one will be very fun.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. How many days away do we have this? Recording this on the 11th.
6 days, I think.
6 days! No!
An eternity.
Oh god, why? Why do we have to wait that long for a new chapter? Why?
But as an appetizer, we have a great episode tomorrow, probably.
Oh, that's right. We have a cool new episode of One Piece to watch. I forget what happens in that. Give me a hint.
Aokiji and Garp.
Oh, ooh, y'all. Better check out that episode. But with that out of the way, if you guys haven't already, be sure to drop a like, subscribe. We're a new One Piece channel. We're looking to grow to at least 6 trillion subscribers, somewhere within that range. I think we can get there in a couple months. So if you could just hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. What do you guys think about these chapters, and where do you think they're going to be headed after the terrarium? Because Carp thinks it's Elbaf. You know what I think it is?
Yep. If you don't comment, C is going to put you in his terrarium.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and you don't want to be in my terrarium. We got things like dust. Yeah, I don't. There's not a lot. Yeah, you don't want to be here. It's like it's like no man's land. It's horrible. But anyways, yeah. Thanks everyone for coming out. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Bye bye.
Yep. Goodbye.